Hi everyone, today we're going to present you the financial analyst of Pennsylvania State University Athletic Department. My name is Eric and our group members are
Kaylee,
Emma,
Aveen,
Courtney, Cameron.
And this is our agenda today. We're going to give you an overview of Penn State University, its financial operation, facility financing, and a SWOT analysis. So Pennsylvania State University College Athletic Department is a single entity owned by Pennsylvania State University. It's part of the Big Ten Conference, and according to the newest data on each program, its football program was valued at $519 million US, and the basketball program was valued at $50 million US. And they operate as a decentralized vertical structure. These divisions are business and finance, student performance, health and welfare, internal external operation, and administration. So a quick background of Penn State's scandal. In 2011, former Penn State defensive coordinator Jerry Sandusky was found guilty of sexually abusing 15 children over a 15-year period, which NCAA imposed sanction on Penn State's football program for $60 million fine, a 4-year postseason ban, scholarship reduction, and the vacation of all victories from 1998 to 2011. And next, Emma is going to walk you through our conference detail.
Thank you, Eric. I'll be talking about Penn State's participation in the Big Ten Conference. Penn State joined the Big Ten in June of 1990 after a century as a Division 1A independent. Penn State's non-revenue sports were struggling, with football being the financial backbone of the athletic department. The announcement of Penn State joining the Big Ten was made in 1990, but they didn't start competing until 1993. Michigan, Michigan State University, and Indiana all voted no, with complaints of having to travel too far east. The current Big Ten commissioner, Kevin Warren, has a very progressive lens to further expand the conference, with the potential additions of University of Southern California and University of California, Los Angeles in 2024. Warren is open to the idea of expanding past 16 teams in the conference and hoping to make the league increasingly more competitive. However, today, with teams flying across 3 time zones, Big Ten media rights are up to $1 billion. Ultimately, joining the Big Ten was and continues to be a win for Penn State, who needs the money for renovations, payrolls, and financial support for non-revenue generating teams. The pandemic left the athletic department recovering from a $23.9 million budget deficit for the 2021 fiscal year. However, participation in the Big Ten and collection of disbursements will benefit all 31 sports in the upcoming years. Finally, gifts of cash in kind are paid directly to the school and given to the athletic department to renovate and improve sports programs as well.
I'm Aveen, and we'll be discussing the Penn State Athletic Department in relation to NIL opportunities, media rights, and revenue. Pat Kraft was appointed athletic director of Penn State in 2022, right when NIL was making its launch. He quickly realized the university needed to catch up when looking to compete with other schools similar in status and program size. Penn State has recently made active efforts with 3 different NIL collectives aimed at bringing athletes to the forefront of their own name, image, and likeness, more specifically interacting with donors. Although not directly intertwined with Penn State University, the first NIL collective, Success with Honor, a motto which has been integrated in Penn State's academics and athletics, aims at allowing student athletes to profit from their own NIL, leveraging the collective power of the nation's largest alumni university base. 2 other and very similar donation-based collectives marketed towards football-specific student athletes are Lions Legacy Club and We Are NIL. Major advancements have been made for the Big Ten Conference, of which Penn State is a member of, in the ever-changing arena of media rights contracts. In a never-before-seen deal, the Big Ten has acquired a 7-year contract worth upwards of $7 billion to be distributed to the various member schools, with approximately $80 to $100 million being fed directly into Penn State's athletic department. A huge opportunity for growth in the coming years for Penn State athletics in the sense of marketing and audience growth. As far as Penn State's athletic budget is concerned, after taking a major hit from the pandemic tied to lack of attendance and inability to draw in a crowd, Penn State proved their distribution is heavily hit by various other factors, with football as the overall expense and revenue driver, including bonuses, new facilities, and recruiting in that. Total operating revenues totaled $106 million, total operating expenses $130 million, leading to the $23.9 million deficit, and coaches' salaries, benefits, and bonuses totaling $32.1 million there.
Hi, my name is Courtney, and here we take a look at the success of Penn State athletics and if the money follows. With a total of 31 varsity sports, Penn State has won a combined of 80 NCAA championship titles and 120 Big Ten. Overall, the fencing team holds the most national titles with 13. However, wrestling has had the most recent success in 2011, 12, 13, 14, 2016, 17, 18, 19, and just won the 2022 championship. These sports reap benefits like more money for recruiting and renovations to facilities. Also, when programs do well, alumni are not shy to donate, and there will be an increase in ticket sales for events. The coaches receive performance-based bonuses as well, but the majority of the athletic department's budget is directed towards the football program. From the 2021 to 2022 year, Penn State, as well as other schools in the Big Ten, received a total of $57.2 million. This was a dispersion across the board, except for Rutgers and Maryland. The Big Ten distributes the most amount of revenue compared to the other Power 5 conferences. The SEC is $54.3 million, Big 12 $40.6, Pac-12 $34.4, and the ACC with $30.9. One of the largest capital campaigns that was recently held with the university was called A Greater Penn State. This was a 6-year fundraiser from 2016 to 2022. While the money went to a majority of academic purposes like scholarships, student experiences, development programs, and education, a portion went to athletics. Overall, $2.2 billion was raised from the campaign.
Hi, my name is Cameron. I will be talking about Penn State's financials and what they do with their revenue. Penn State is a self-supporting program. Most of their funds come from contributions. According to their 2019-2020 NCAA financial report, it showed they received $30.4 million in gifts to its athletic programs. On the chart, it shows how much they were given to each sport. Football was one of its highest contributions, receiving over $9 million, and hockey receiving the second largest contribution. A lot of these contributions are put into renovating their sports facilities. Penn State has a total of 17 sports facilities, averaging around $385.7 million in total the construction cost. A lot of these facilities were built in the mid-late 1900s and early 2000s and have had or are in the process of expansions. Beaver Stadium was completed in 1960 and had an expansion done in 2001 for $93 million. In 2019, it had another expansion done for $13 million. Penn State's field hockey complex was constructed in 2005 and as of 2022 has plans for renovation. Most are in need of new facilities. Their soccer field was opened in 2008 for $2.9 million, but given how big soccer has become since then, we can imagine they will be looking to expand it soon.
Hi, I'm Kaylee, and we will continue discussing facility financials. The lease and rental fees for Penn State athletic facilities, according to their 2019-2020 financial report, is a total of $14.6 million for all sports. Next, we'll dive into facility revenues. The facility's main sources of revenue include ticket/concession sales, sponsorships, contributions, merchandise sales, as well as media rights deals. As you can see, ticket sales is the highest number, being $43 million, and that is because Beaver Stadium is a cash register that runs Penn State's athletics. According to its 2015 to 2016 budget, as submitted to the NCAA, the biggest chunk of Penn State intercollegiate athletics revenue came from football ticket sales. These are Penn State's sponsors.
As we look into the economic future, NIL and its ever-changing nature will continue to provide difficulties and new opportunities for Penn State and student athletes alike. In addition, there is conference realignment. The moves of UCLA and USC into the Big Ten in the coming years and the addition of media rights will allow for ample growth when looking at various opportunities and exposure for the athletes and further their NIL collective.
And as Penn State football program is back on the rise, the university continues to feel the sting of the Jerry Sandusky scandal, as it has reportedly lost as a school at least $237 million from 2011 to 2017. The sanctions were considered among the most severe ever imposed on an NCAA member school. And NCAA President Mark Emmert stated that the sanctions were levied not to be just punitive, but to make sure the university establish athletic culture and a daily mindset in which football will never again be placed ahead of educating, nurturing, and protecting young people. Thank you.
Thank you.